The drama in Days of Our Lives is heating up, and Monday, September 9th, is no exception. This week's spoilers reveal that the secrets swirling around Salem are on the brink of exploding, leaving no character unscathed. First, there's the question everyone is asking: what were Eric and Nicole thinking? They must have known it was impossible to keep Holly in the dark about something so catastrophic. How did they believe they could hide the fact that Eric, in a drunken stupor, was responsible for killing Holly's father in a car accident? Especially when the rest of the family, and let's face it, most of Salem, already knew. It's the kind of secret that whispers behind closed doors, only waiting for the right moment to burst out. Unsurprisingly, that moment came through the loose lips of an unexpected source: Tate. In a moment of frustration, Tate accidentally let the truth slip. He was venting to John about the whole tragic affair, not realizing that Holly was within earshot. Holly, having been kept in the dark for so long, was thrown into a whirlwind of emotions. Furious and betrayed, she stormed off to confront the man she once looked up to, her stepfather, Eric. Demanding answers, she cornered him, seeking the truth she felt was so cruelly kept from her. As if Holly's world wasn't already shattered, her anger flared even hotter when Tate of all people attempted to defend Brady's role in the unfolding drama. Holly was enraged, and honestly, who could blame her? If Tate hadn't blurted it out, she might have remained ignorant, at least for a little longer. Now, forced to confront the truth, her trust in the people she once loved seems irreparably damaged. And while Tate stood firm in defending Brady, there's no way Holly would have accepted Eric's explanation either. The hurt was simply too raw, too deep. Elsewhere in Salem, Sarah's past is coming back to haunt her in the worst way possible. Her flashbacks to the brutal night she was beaten are intensifying, and with each memory that resurfaces, Fiona's anxiety is reaching a fever pitch. These flashbacks are more than just a glimpse into Sarah's trauma, they are a threat. A threat to Fiona's already fragile relationship with her son, Xander. Fiona has spent days trapped in the web of Xander's incessant complaints. He's been relentless, lamenting that he'll never forgive the person responsible for Sarah's suffering, no matter who they are. Family loyalty means nothing when weighed against Sarah's pain. Fiona knows her son all too well, and she's terrified of what will happen if Sarah fully recalls what happened that fateful night. Fiona and Xander have only just reconnected after years of distance. But Fiona understands that if Sarah's memories lead back to her involvement, everything she's worked to rebuild with her son could come crashing down. Fiona knows she's running out of time. Her initial attempts to persuade Sarah to drop her quest for the truth have failed. Sarah's resolve is too strong, her need for answers too great. Fiona's fear is palpable, and if her gentle attempts to suppress the truth continue to falter, she might be forced to resort to more sinister methods. Fiona is desperate, and desperate people do dangerous things. And Fiona knows all too well that in the game of secrets and lies, sometimes you have to be willing to cross a line you can never come back from. Meanwhile, Brady is locked in a battle of his own, and it's one that could destroy him. Two people are at the heart of this conflict: Brady himself, weighed down by guilt, and Fiona, who is doing everything in her power to keep Sarah from revealing what she remembers. Brady, ever the martyr, has decided to take the blame for Sarah's accident, even though he may not be the one truly responsible. Despite John's pleas, despite the fact that everyone around him, including his own lawyer, is telling him he doesn't have to take the fall, Brady has made up his mind. He's ready to plead guilty. In his eyes, it's the only way to make things right, to atone for the sins he believes are his. John, of course, is doing everything he can to stop Brady. He's begged his son not to jump to conclusions, not to assume he was the one who hit Sarah that night. John's even reached out to Tate and Rachel, trying to rally the family in an attempt to save Brady from himself. But Brady, stubborn as ever, is convinced that taking responsibility is the only way forward. He's chosen to become a martyr, and no one can sway him. Not even Justin, who, as his lawyer, is practically pulling his hair out in frustration. Justin knows Brady doesn't have to do this, but what does that matter? Brady's mind is made up. And so, the tension in Salem continues to mount. With secrets unraveling and emotions running high, it's only a matter of time before everything comes crashing down.